Hello everyone, Denise Carpenter from ReikiAssociates.com here, and we're going to continue on with the playlist, the Ponderings playlist. Just a little bit of background information. Before I do these vlogs, I usually spend 2 or 3 days, sometimes 4 days, I would say in a light state of meditation around what to say, how to put the pieces together. So there's a lot of inspiration, intuition, and guidance that comes into these vlogs, and I hope that comes through with them. So the one for today I have been guided to speak about a few times, and I've just never found the right words. And then all this week I kept getting talk about self-talk, talk about self-talk, talk about self-talk. It was like the universe wouldn't let me off the hook this week. So today we're going to talk about how we speak to ourselves. Critical self-talk is no longer in anyone's highest good. We really need to move our expression and our thoughts and our compassion and kindness to us as well as to everyone else. So part of this week's work, I would ask that you really listen to how you speak to yourself. The first question you ask is, would I speak to my best friend that way? You know, I was with a couple of friends this week, and one of them kept calling herself, oh, I'm so stupid, I'm so stupid, how could I? And it was, it hurt my heart to see her speak to herself like that. And another friend of mine was just, I'm going to say almost self-abusive with, oh, if only I had this and only I had that, and how could I have? And it was all about things from the past. And I truly believe in every moment we make the best decision that we can make based on the knowledge we have. You know, if in 5 years we learn something brand new that is very opposed to what we did now or then, the 5 years ago, and we're just beside ourselves with how could we have, we didn't know. You don't know what you don't know, and you really can't. It's not in anyone's highest good to beat yourself up for doing things that you didn't know about. But you do know now, and you make different decisions as of today when that knowledge becomes real to you. So the homework for this week will be self-talk. Really listen to how you speak to yourself. And then if something comes up, and I'm going to use my friend that was calling herself, I was so stupid, how could I be so stupid, that the practice is whatever comes up, and it's about judgment. It's about self-judging. So you're judging yourself to be stupid in that moment of whatever that was. So rather than the judgment of how could I'm so this, I'm so that, I deserve to be this, I deserve to be that, what I'm going to ask you to start practicing, and this does take practice, is as that aspect of self comes up, it's truly coming up to be loved free. So the more we can bring kindness and compassion to that aspect of ourselves and just love it. Yep, we did do that 5 years ago. Yep, we did. We didn't know any better, but we know better now, and we'll make different choices and move on. It's all about moving on. You know, we can keep ourselves stuck in our past probably for a lifetime with the if only I had, and how could this happen to me, and the victimization of this did happen to me. But we have choice now that we are in the Aquarian era. We've moved off of the wheel of karma, Piscean, that was the Piscean era, and we're now in the Aquarian era, and that's the spiral of evolution. So we get to choose, where do we want to be? In the past, where it's just always in dualism, right, wrong, good, bad, this energy needs to be balanced with this energy, or do we want to move into the spiral of evolution or the spiral of ascension? There's many, I've heard it called many terms, where, yeah, this is where I was then, but I've learned some new things. I've meditated on this. I'm no longer choosing to beat myself up. I'm no longer choosing to beat anyone else up. I'm just going to love that aspect of myself that shows up. And then the other little piece to keep in mind would be life doesn't happen to us, life happens for us. Whew. So this is a big piece. I realize that for this week. That will be your homework. It looks like this month will be all about radical self-care. We talked about that in the newsletter. We've talked about that on other videos. But it's time now to really step into what does that mean? What does that look like? And let's make that our practice as we step forward in the Aquarian era. Thanks for tuning in. Denise Carpenter from ReikiAssociates.com. I hope you enjoyed this vlog, and I really hope you work with this vlog. If you liked it, please subscribe to my channel or tap the bell if you'd like notifications, and we'll see you next week. Namaste.